Do not miss any of our cool videos. Subscribe to our channel for latest updates. Click on the bell icon now.
Do you find yourself checking cryptocurrency prices frequently throughout the day? Well, then this video is for you. Hi, and welcome to RoboCraze. My name is Shiv, and in this video, I'll teach you how to build a simple display that can show cryptocurrency prices using a Raspberry Pi SBC and an OLED screen. So let's get started. Let us begin by setting up the circuit. I have with me over here my Raspberry Pi 3B+. However, you can use any Raspberry Pi. For this, we'll be writing the code in Python, so it should work. 4 jumper wires and an OLED display. So let me bring this over here. I have my Pico attached to the breadboard for my Pico series, but let us ignore that for now. We can begin by connecting the 4 jumper wires to this OLED screen. I'll use the white wire for VCC and the black wire for ground, and then the other 2 wires can go to SDA and SCL. So there. Now on the Pi, I'll take the white wire and connect it to 5 volt power, the black wire to ground, and then the SDA and the SCL pins are right next to it. You can see it on the pinout diagram on the screen. So this gray wire is SCL, so that is the one adjacent to ground. So I'll just go ahead and connect that. And then the one next to 5 volt, that is our SDA pin. And that's all the connections that we need to do. Our OLED is connected. Now I'll just power on my Raspberry Pi. And wait for it to boot up. I'll then connect to it using VNC viewer and we can have a look. So here I have my Raspberry Pi open in the VNC viewer. First, let us check if the OLED screen is being detected. For this, I'll use the command i2c detect -y1. And as you can see, address 3C is being detected. This is the address for our OLED screen. So our OLED is being detected properly. We can now go over and have a look at the APIs we'll be using. To get the cryptocurrency rates, we'll be using cryptonator.com/API. I'll leave the link to these APIs in the description down below. This is a free API and this is an example request. So if I copy this and I go to a new browser tab and paste it, you will see that it tells us the Bitcoin price in USD. So here it says the target is US dollars and the price is given over here. So we'll use this to get all our cryptocurrency prices. We can do Doge USD, it will give us the Dogecoin price. We can do Ethereum and so on and so forth. So this is the first API we'll be using. The second API is a currency converter API. We'll use this to convert US dollars to INR so that we can display prices using INR. For this, you have to click on get your free API key, and over here enter your email, fill in the captcha and press the get your free API key. I have already done this. So once you are done with this, you will receive an email similar to this. And here you can see that you have to first verify your email. So click on this link to verify, and then you have your API key. There is a link for an example usage as well. So if I click on this, you can see that I get USD PHP. This is an example. What we need is USD INR. So in the URL, I am going to replace PHP with INR, and we should have the USD to INR conversion. We'll multiply this with the price that we get from this API to get the value of the cryptocurrency in Indian rupees. So these are the 2 APIs that we'll be using. I'll leave a link to these in the description down below, and you can feel free to download them. Next, we need to install the library on Python to run the OLED screen. We will be using Luma OLED. So you can just head over and search for Luma OLED, and over here you can see pip install Luma OLED. You can head over your Raspberry Pi and run the command pip3 install Luma OLED. You can see the command from here, pip install Luma OLED, but we are doing this for Python 3, so I'll be using pip3 instead of pip. You can go ahead and press enter. It's already installed for me, so I don't need to do this one more time. Once that is done, we can begin writing our code. To begin with, I have an OLED test code over here, which will simply print a hello world on screen. Let us run this and make sure that our code runs properly. So there you can see the OLED is connected fine. I'm using Thorny, but you can also use the terminal to execute this code. So I can say Python 3 OLED test.py. Let me just reset this once. And there, you can run it using terminal as well. Now we can begin by writing our final code. So first I'll include a few modules that we will require. We'll require requests to send GET request to our API, JSON to parse their JSON response, and time so that we can control the delay at which we show all the prices. We need these libraries, so I'm just going to copy paste them over. So we'll import all the required libraries from Luma OLED, and then we can begin by creating our OLED object. So first we declare a variable called OLED as sh1106, which is the object we have imported over here. Then we can begin by declaring all the URLs that we will need. So first we have the USD to INR URL. We'll declare this in a second. And the other one we have is the cryptos URL. So this is the URL where we will get the crypto prices from. Then we can have a list which will simply contain all the cryptocurrencies for which we want to import the prices. So let's take the most famous ones. We'll take Bitcoin, we can take Dogecoin, and let's take Ethereum. These three should be sufficient for now. And then we can have their prices in USD and their prices in INR, and initialize them to an empty list. We'll be downloading all the prices to this list so that we can show it later. Let us go ahead and get these URLs. So here we have this first one, which is our cryptocurrency URL. So I can paste that in crypto URL and replace BTC with braces. We'll use the format function later to change the URL as we need. The other one we need is this, the USD to INR conversion. So copy the example usage from the email that you must have received and paste it over here and replace PHP with INR, because it is USD to INR that we require. Next we need to declare headers. This is because sometimes if you send a GET request to an API, it might not respond properly. So we just need to declare this. You can copy this directly as it is. Now we begin by declaring a function for get USD to INR. So this function will just get the current USD to INR price. This is going to be very simple. We can just return json.loads. So it's a JSON response, so we have to load the JSON from the string so that we have it in dictionary format, and then requests.request. Here we are going to send a GET request to the USD INR URL. and we are going to take the text response from it, and from that dictionary we have to extract the key USD_INR. Now if I open this URL over here, you can see that there's a dictionary with just one element, USD_INR. So that is what we are extracting over there. Next, we can declare a function that gets all the crypto prices for us. So you can call it get all crypto prices, and here we can have a list called USD and a list called INR. So first we can begin by getting the USD to INR price. So we can just call the get USD INR function that we declared over here right now. So that we'll get the USDs and then we'll convert them to INR. Now we can do for crypto in cryptos. So for each element in this array that we have, we are going to get the price in USD. So the price in USD is going to be, I'll just write this down quickly and then explain it to you. So what this line basically says is that it sends a get request to the crypto URL dot format crypto. So basically it'll take every element from here, replace it over here, and as we saw, if you write BTC USD, it'll give you the Bitcoin price in USD, and similarly for the others. So we replace that, send over our headers which we declared over here, we get the text from the response, load the JSON, and then we get the ticker and the price keys from it. So if I go ahead and copy this, it's already open over here, BTC USD. So you can see it has a key ticker, and inside that it has a key price. So the price is what we are extracting. Now that we have the price in USD, the price in INR is simply price in USD multiplied by the USD to INR conversion rate. Then what we can do is USD dot append price USD and INR dot append price INR. Then we can return USD and INR. Instead of returning it over here, you can directly set the global variables as well by declaring them using the global keyword over here in this function. But for now I'm just going to return it in case I want to use it for something else later. So now that we are getting all our crypto prices, let us test this out once. So I can say while true, so I can make an infinite while loop, and then prices USD comma prices INR, which are our global variables, get all crypto prices, and then we can simply print price underscore USD and price underscore INR. Before we print them on the screen, let us just read them and print them out, just as a sanity check to make sure that we're getting them properly. And let's do this every 5 seconds. So I'm going to save it and run it through my terminal. Let us see if this works. It must be fetching all the data right now, and there we have it. So this should be the Bitcoin, Dogecoin and Ethereum coin prices in USD, and then this should be the same price in INR. Looks roughly correct because Doge is around 20 rupees right now, and every 5 seconds it is fetching it. So this part of the code works just fine. I'm going to Control C and terminate it, and now let us print it on the OLED. So for the OLED, let us just remove all this, and let us just create one function called tick underscore display. So it will just cycle through all the prices, display them on the screen one by one, and then fetch the current prices again And you will notice that every time I fetch the crypto prices, I fetch the USD to INR price also, so that we have up-to-date information not just about the crypto prices but also about the USD to INR conversion rate. This will just increase the accuracy in our system. Takes a little bit of time to send all the requests and get the responses back, but we'll have accurate information. Now we can define the tick display function, and here we're going to use the global prices USD and prices INR variables. Now we have to display all the cryptos. So for index comma crypto, enumerate cryptos. So we have to do this for all the cryptocurrencies that we have in our array. Then with canvas OLED as draw. So we just create a canvas object, put it in a variable draw and use it. So you can just do draw.text. The coordinates can be 30, 0. So this is just going to be kind of a heading at the top. So let's just say crypto rates. So we'll just print a heading on top. That's all. Crypto rates, and then the fill can be white. It's a monochromatic display, but it's a way of telling that the stroke should be enabled. Let us copy this and paste it a few times, because we'll need to print a lot of information on the screen. So in the next line, around 55:15, let us actually put the name of the cryptocurrency right in the middle. So we can say crypto.upper. This upper is just to make it a little bit uniform. All the characters will be turned to uppercase. Looks a bit nicer that way. Then we can actually start displaying the prices. So we can say the USD price is, and then dot format, and then prices underscore USD of index. We can copy this and paste it over here and just replace USD with INR, USD with INR, and that's it. We just need to put a time dot sleep. Let's show the price for each currency for about 5 seconds. So that should be all. Let us save it, let us run it and see if this even works. So it must be fetching the data right now, and as soon as it's available it will print it on the screen. And there we have it. Okay, so there's something funny going on with the coordinates. I'm pretty sure I forgot to change one of these coordinates. Yeah, so it's going to be 0, and let us take this as 50. Quick fix to the coordinates of the text over there, and now it's again fetching all the information for us. We'll wait for a second while it fetches the information, and there we have it. So I'll just zoom into this a little bit so it's easier to see. And there, it's at ETH right now, Ethereum, USD and INR prices, Bitcoin, then it will cycle to Dogecoin, and then to ETH. Now what we can also do over here is, if you want more cryptocurrencies, it is as easy as adding their codes over here. So if I say link, or if I say dot, these are all various cryptocurrencies. Add them to the list, run your code, and it should automatically be handled. We'll just give it a second to fetch all the information, and the 2 new cryptocurrencies should seamlessly be added to our list of all the cryptocurrencies. So we have BTC, then we'll have Doge, then Ethereum, and the 2 new ones, link and dot, will be added automatically. As you can see, we have the link price now, and then we'll have dot. So you can keep adding as many as you wish to the list, and this will keep cycling. After dot, it will wait for a little bit extra time while it downloads fresh information, and then yeah, there it will continue again, and there you have it. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something today, and if you did, do leave us a like and comment down below if you have any ideas, queries or suggestions that you may want to share with us. Don't forget to subscribe, because we keep coming up with these cool videos and don't miss out on them. Until then, keep learning, keep programming, and I'll see you in the next one.